heard the term Hikikomori?
It's the first time I've heard that name.
So, this is what we're going to talk about today. I'm Dr. Nelum.
I'm Ronit. I'm a happiness coach, and we are
Whole Food
Whole
Revolution.
Food Revolution. Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
So, Ronit, a while back I was in Japan, and the Japanese culture, there are so many positives. Okay, but and I really felt that there was a lot that we could learn from. But then I remembered a book that I had read about these hikikomori in Japan, and these are the shut-ins. Okay, so these are individuals, mainly men, but it could be both, who just shut themselves in their rooms, so the definition is at least 6 months. They've shut themselves in their rooms away from society. They do not go out at all, and their food and everything else is provided by their parents or whoever they live with. And and in Japan, at this moment in time, there's about 1.5 million hikikomori. Okay,
Wow.
and that would be an underestimate, because not everybody would report that.
I mean,
as well.
when I studied special education, we did psychology. There was those group of people that basically hide in their rooms and just don't get out of their house.
Yes.
And back then they were mostly teenagers.
Yes.
Then they were mostly teenagers.
And that is where we see it. I mean, even now amongst clients and my patients, I do see that it tends to be a relatively shorter period, right? But this now in the hikikomori, even the 40 to 65-year-olds, there's a significant percentage. So it was interesting because this is where I was. We talk a lot about health and well-being, but really now our focus is on mindset.
Exactly.
And what
because we believe that the mindset will determine your health.
And that's what I realized, that Japan, it has a beautiful food culture. People are slimmer. They move a lot more. The environment is clean and pleasing. People seem to be calm and quiet, but behind all of that, it is not enough sometimes. That it's how you feel about yourself.
Exactly,
isn't it?
And let's just explore for a second about what would make someone stay in their room, or it's there's a problem of a mindset. It is a mindset problem, which means the world outside is very dangerous to me.
That's the perception, isn't
exactly.
it? Yeah.
So it takes us back to something that Nelum and I are very, it's very precious to us. This topic, it's the sense of safety that we need in order to be healthy, in order to be happy. So the sense of safety is very distorted. And if there are so many people that are hiding in their rooms, and by the way, we want you to know that this is increasing, because even I've been working with children, and at schools we even have school refusal.
Yeah.
It has increased significantly because it all goes back into safety. Now, it is our parents' job to give us a sense of safety, and sometimes parents, in the name of love, I promise you, it is in the name of love. What they're doing is trying to eliminate the problems in life in hope that would make us happier, better,
easier. Yes.
But in a way, what they're doing is robbing us from an opportunity to develop resilience. Exactly.
Absolutely.
So think about it this way: if I have problems in life, and oh my God, there's always problems in life, and my mom comes and removes this, or my dad, out of much love, try to remove the pain from me, then I never develop the muscle that requires to change the next obstacle that I have. So all those people were people that, look, it's not always mom and dad, because sometimes it's a traumatic event
Yes.
that created this. And by the way, there are a lot of people that a traumatic event
Yes.
that
Yes.
it's almost like their muscles couldn't manage that
Yes.
that event, and the body that usually goes through a natural process
Of healing.
it basically doesn't do this healing. And if you do follow the things that we're talking about, it's almost like the brain reached a point of freeze.
Yes. Exactly.
And it cannot move. So for you to understand this, when we are under attack or under a threat, and it can be real threat or perceived threat, the body goes into fight, flight, and freeze mode. And fight, flights are better modes to be in. The most dangerous one is freeze. So what is the opposite of freeze? Movement. So freeze means that we don't have any way of
moving, and that is, you're exactly right.
Exactly. So
yes.
this is a point of freeze. So every person that stays in his room, or in, mostly it's men, by the way, it's boys more than girls, by the way, but we do have girls, because I worked with one that was a girl. And it's the idea is to move the body from a state of freeze to movement. And by the way, any movement will do.
Yes.
So it's almost like you teach the body to make a choice, to choose something. It's like and it's a muscle. It's really like a muscle. You teach it, and after a while it gets to feeling like, oh, nothing happened to me. Oh, I'm safe. Nothing happened to me. So I made this choice. Now, those kids, by the way, some of them will even have problems with choosing what to eat.
Yes.
You know,
so everything is a problem.
Everything is, every tiny choice that they need to do is a problem thing, and they get very edgy if you try to move, if change something, or if you try to put pressure on them.
If you try and push them to do anything.
Yes, it's really, really problematic. And I do believe that the generation now is more prone to this, only because they now have another alternative.
Yes.
In the past, those kids would stay home, listen to music, read books.
But now there's a whole new world.
Yes. Now they do gaming, a lot of gamings, and in the game they can have an avatar, so no one sees them.
Yes.
They don't need to take risks.
Yeah. That's right.
Which is really, really makes it much easier for them to stay in their rooms longer. So like, if you'd ask me, I bet if this phenomena would be, kids would not be able to do it more than 2-3 months.
Yes.
It's like, no, like it's...
But now, you know, that's the thing. But in Japan, this Hikikomori, some of them, you know, in the stories that I've read, have stayed there for years. But it is so it's interesting, isn't it, Ronit? The environment, the outside environment, could be really conducive to health and well-being, but if the inside environment isn't taken care of and supported,
sure,
it is you know, that is the most important thing.
Yes. And look, some people treat those people as if, oh my God, you're too spoiled, or, you know, talk about them. It's actually not true. Those people are in real threat.
Yes.
They're
and
really
they're scared. It's
fear, they're very scared. And if you put pressure on them, you're just making it even less safe.
Yes.
You know, it's almost like the outside world is so dangerous to me, and now my mom, my dad, or the people that are in my house are dangerous for me, because they try to push me to do something that my body thinks it's risky.
Absolutely.
It's really, really dangerous. So and now look, I know that when we're talking about this group of people, the shut-ins, those group of people, you may look at it and you say, oh my God, that's far away. No, that's too extreme, da, da, da. I want you to know that there's a lot of people in our society, even now, that have different forms of the same situation. It's people that are a home a lot. Now that a lot of people work from home,
Yeah.
it makes it much more complicated because they have less and less opportunities to be around
And
people.
it's more acceptable as well.
Yes. And there's people that, a week can go by and they don't have a lot of conversations with other people. They don't see other people. And Nelum and I talked about it before. There was a research done, it was a 70-year research that went through people and asked, tried to find aspects of longevity. And the number one aspect of longevity is community.
Social connection.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it means that those people are not going to have a long life because a whole aspect of their well-being is totally neglected.
And humans, we are social creatures. We need to have that social integration.
And the reason that social connections are very important for us, for our health and well-being, is because connections are not easy. Connections are not easy. To be around people, to read their facial expressions, their body language, the tone of the voice. It's basically a skill that makes our brain totally active. It's basically to have a conversation. You take an old person, having a conversation with another person requires so much brain capacity that is really, really important for us. And if that drops down, then our cognitive functions basically starts declining because we don't practice doing this a lot. This is why people in isolation die earlier.
Absolutely.
This is why they say people in marriage, they live longer just because they have one person at least in company. But someone that is constantly inside is someone that experiences less and less things in life. So the brain basically declines on this bit. So stay connected.
And if you enjoyed listening to our chat, then like, share, and subscribe. Bye.
Bye-bye.